What if I told you no one, not even the developers, can touch their Pi tokens unless you move first? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest updates from Pi Network so far, its official tokenomics model. And yeah, I know tokenomics might sound like one of those crypto buzzwords, but trust me, what Pi just released is a game changer. It's not just about numbers and percentages, it's about fairness, community control, and building a future where no one gets left behind. So let's break this down in a way that actually makes sense, because what Pi Network is doing here is completely different from most of the crypto world. So, Pi Network has officially set its total token supply at 100 billion Pi. I know, that sounds like a massive number, and it is. But before you jump to conclusions, let's be clear, this isn't like those projects that mint billions of tokens and dump them all into the market overnight. Pi is doing something smarter. They've designed a system where literally no one, can get ahead unless the entire community moves together. That includes the core team, the foundation, liquidity providers, everyone. Here's the core idea: the network only unlocks more tokens as pioneers, meaning regular users like you and me, migrate our mined Pi over to the mainnet. It's called the effective total supply, and it grows based only on how much of the community has made the move. That means if people aren't migrating, no one gets access to their full allocation, not the developers, not the foundation, and not even the liquidity pools. It's all synced to community activity. So even though all 100 billion tokens were technically created at the beginning, because that's how blockchain works, most of those tokens are basically frozen until real users bring their Pi to the mainnet. That's where this gets really interesting. Because Pi Network didn't just set aside some random percentages for different groups, they tied every single piece of the token supply to how fast the community moves. That's next level thinking, especially in a space where early access and insider rewards are way too common. Let me give you a simple breakdown of how this works, without throwing a bunch of confusing charts at you. Let's say only 30% of pioneers have migrated their Pi. That means only 30% of the community rewards are unlocked, but it also means only 30% of the core team's tokens are accessible. The same goes for the foundation's share and the liquidity pool. No one gets ahead of the community. Everyone is forced to move at the same pace, and that's huge. Think about what that does for trust. In most crypto projects, early team members or investors get access to a huge chunk of tokens early on. That often leads to big sell-offs, where everyday users get left holding the bag. Pi Network has basically blocked that from happening. The core team can't cash out early, the foundation can't get ahead of the network's needs. And the liquidity pool can't flood the system with tokens before there's actual demand. All of this is calculated in real time. The way they do it is pretty smart. They take the total amount of Pi that's been migrated and divide it by 65%, which is the share reserved for community rewards. That gives them a ratio, and they apply that ratio to the rest of the token allocations. So if 10 billion Pi has been migrated, that's about 15.38% of the total 65 billion community reward pool. That same percentage then applies to the foundation, liquidity, and core team. Everyone's share stays proportional, and no one can jump the line. This system creates real alignment between the people building the network and the people using it. The faster the community migrates, the more everyone benefits. It's like saying, hey, we're all in this together, and we're not moving forward unless we move forward together. That's not just a cool message, it's baked into the code. Now here's where this gets even better. Because of this model, there's no pressure to rush into speculation or early trading. Pi isn't trying to pump the price and then let it crash. Instead, they're focused on creating real utility, real adoption, and real long-term value. By tying everything to mainnet migration, they're making sure the Pi economy grows at a natural pace and that the people who've supported the network from day one are the ones who shape its future. And for anyone worried about whales or token dumps, this setup pretty much prevents that from happening. The core team doesn't get to cash out unless users are actually using the network. Liquidity providers can't overload the market unless the community is ready. And the foundation can't take over unless they're keeping pace with user adoption. It's one of the most community-protective systems I've ever seen in a crypto project. At the end of the day, what Pi Network has done here is build a token model that's completely community-first. It rewards the people who are active, who are engaged, and who believe in the long-term vision of the project. And it stops anyone, from the inside or outside, from taking advantage of the system before it's ready. That's rare. That's powerful. And it shows that Pi Network isn't just another crypto experiment, it's building for the future. So if you're a pioneer and you've been mining Pi, your role in this process is more important than ever. Every Pi you've earned, every time you've logged in to tap that button, every member you've brought into your earning team, it all matters. Because you're not just earning tokens. You're literally unlocking the future of the network. And if you're still on the fence or just learning about Pi Network, now is the perfect time to pay attention. This isn't about hype, it's about structure, sustainability, and fairness. Pi Network is proving that you can build a crypto economy that actually puts people first. Thanks for watching, and if you found this breakdown helpful, go ahead and hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on Pi Network and the world of decentralized innovation. Until next time, keep pioneering and stay ahead of the curve.